Maricela Lechuga would like to make some comments before we actually do the official swearing in. So I'll have her make her comments right now.
Hi, everybody. I will never forget the dewy mornings that the sun would rise above my family's single trailer on Monterey Road. Our home would rattle every time the train rode by, and I would wake up to the sound of my mom coming up the stairs with her hard hat in one hand and a bucket of fruit in the other hand. She was ending her night shift at the Del Monte Cannery where she worked packing fruit. The smell of my dad's coffee would seep into our dreams in the morning at 5, 6 in the morning as he prepared his day to work as a jornalero. I was in second grade when I went to my first protest. My mom took us, me and my siblings, to protest the racist laws, anti-immigrant laws by Pete Wilson, Proposition 187. I was in 8th grade when I remember being in the passenger seat of the car when my dad was driving and he was racially profiled and East San Jose pulled over for no reason. I was in high school when the police illegally searched our home without a warrant. Moments like these have been very formative in my decision-making process and my decision of going to law school and pursuing a legal career. So these experiences always made me curious and frustrated and felt powerless. So I wanted to understand the system to be better able to advocate for myself and my family. But I had never met a single attorney growing up. I'm the first in my family to be admitted to a 4-year university, first generation American. So I didn't know where to start. After I graduated college, I was working as an associate director at the Parent Institute for Quality Education, also known as PIQUE. I was organizing parents in public schools, helping them to advocate for their children's educational rights, and it's through this organizing experience that I learned about the Mexican American Legal Defense and Educational Fund, also known as MALDEF. They brought a landmark case in the 60s that established the right of undocumented immigrant children to be able to study in public schools. And at the time, that was the only legal entity that I felt like I had access to or that I had heard about. So I applied to an internship. I applied to the LA office, the Washington, D.C. office, and the Chicago office, and Washington, D.C. called me back. I was 25 years old. They offered me an unpaid internship. I didn't know a single person in Washington, D.C. I had very little money, but I packed my rucksack and I was on my way. And I interned full-time, waitress full-time. It was a very hardship. It was a very exhausting time in my life, but it was also very rewarding because for the first time in my life, I met attorneys, and they were Latino attorneys. They were passionate civil rights attorneys, and they took me under their wing and helped me apply to law school. And I graduated 5 years ago. The biggest lesson for me since getting into law school and graduating and where I am today, the biggest lesson for me has been to overcome my own self-doubt. And I feel like at times I was guilty of deficit thinking. I felt that because of my socioeconomic background, that somehow that meant I wasn't good enough for the legal profession. But if I could talk to my younger self now, I would say to lean into that, to lean into my personal experience, to lean into my what made me different, because is going to make me an even stronger advocate. I have had to literally fight to be where I am today. And as hard as I fought for myself, I know that I'm going to fight twice as hard for my clients. So I have so much to offer to the legal profession because of my adversity and because of the experiences that I have had and because of the experiences that my family and my parents have had. And so the fact that you are all here today is testament to the fact that I was never alone in those moments when I felt alone and in those moments of darkness, you were there waiting for me on the other side. So this is what you being here today means to me. So I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to also thank Judge Gogo for doing me the honor. He's also a member of La Raza Lawyers, and he's somebody that I could call when my background check was taking a long time and I didn't know why they were asking for things that felt arbitrary at the moment. But he was somebody that was able to take available and took my call and helped me out because as somebody who doesn't come from a family of lawyers or didn't grow up around attorneys, it's really relationships like this make all the difference. So thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a pretty powerful and very meaningful speech. So thank you very much. And it's so wonderful to have your parents here and the family here to support. Did you raise your hand? Did you want to say
Yes,
something?
I just want to add something else. When we went to visit her at Washington, what she did, she did paintings and then she put it in different restaurants, and that's how she helped herself with the money.
She's an artist as well, selling her paintings to help support herself.
She's pretty good.
That is fantastic. Wow, very talented. And she speaks 4 languages, maybe 5. We'll see.
My daughter.
Your daughter, yes. Yes, you did a fantastic job raising your daughter, you and your husband.
She has 2 daughters.
Yeah. It's about that daughter right now. Yeah, aren't you proud?
All right. It really is my honor and pleasure to swear in Maricela to the bar exam. To be honest with you, I already thought she was a licensed attorney because she's already doing the work of an attorney. And so when she did reach out to me to tell me that she was having some difficulties with the state bar, I gave her some suggestions on how to look into the matter, and a few weeks later, she was able to call me back to say that she got everything squared away, and here we are. So it really is fantastic that she asked me to swear her in. And again, I have a hard copy of this of the oath, but I know the bar exam sent her the documents electronically. They want us to try to do this all via email, and so we're going to try to do it via email, but I have a backup plan. And we have one of the young ladies. Are you ready? Do you want to ask a question?
Love you too, baby.
Very sweet. Okay, so while we pull up the documents online, okay, so I'm going to have you face me, raise your right hand, and everybody please take pictures, and please feel free to videotape this. All right, this is the oath of the attorney, so please repeat after me, okay? I state your full name.
I, Maricela Lechuga Gutierrez,
Solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of an attorney and counselor
the duties of an attorney and counselor
at law to the best of my knowledge and ability.
at law to the best of my knowledge and ability.
As an officer of the court,
as an officer of the court,
I will strive to conduct myself
I will strive to conduct myself
at all times
at all times
with dignity,
with dignity,
courtesy,
courtesy,
and integrity.
and integrity.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Maricela.
Finish. I should ask you for your email. I think I asked.
Do you have a speech?